Contested race.
Well, Jeff, 2 lawsuits filed over the weekend will certainly get some attention in federal court this week and will add to a long list of suits that have challenged Georgia's balloting and vote count.
Many people filled this out, and then they made very small mistakes.
Democrat Carolyn Bourdeaux is about 900 votes behind Republican Congressman Rob Woodall in Georgia's 7th District. Bourdeaux's lawsuit is designed to get Gwinnett County to count absentee ballots ruled invalid because voters made paperwork errors she and other critics describe as minor.
This policy has had the effect of disenfranchising, a number of people, 2/3 of which are minority voters.
Hers is among 10 lawsuits we found filed in recent weeks challenging Georgia's voting rules and structure. Last weekend, the Democratic Party filed a suit demanding more time to count provisional ballots, which voters can cast on Election Day, but requires voters to return later to validate their eligibility. At midday, Democrat Stacey Abrams was more than 58,000 votes behind Republican Brian Kemp. That's 824 votes closer than it was 6 hours earlier, as votes continue to trickle in from across Georgia, and it explains Abrams' desire to keep the vote count open. The votes that have continued to come in have overwhelmingly supported Abrams, but the battle is about ensuring every voice is heard, said a statement from Abrams' campaign. Meantime, Brian Kemp's campaign cited Abrams' baseless accusations and obvious lies, while denouncing frivolous lawsuits filed by liberal lawyers. They are trying to steal the election, Kemp's campaign says. Kemp's campaign also says that there still are not enough votes out there for Abrams to force a runoff, even if she wins all the provisional ballots that came in Friday that haven't been reported. Tomorrow, counties like Fulton and DeKalb will certify their elections unless a federal judge intervenes. Jeff?
Doug, I talked with Chuck Todd of NBC's Meet the Press, and he says of this gubernatorial race, he says it might not be settled because of a toxic political stew that exists right now. How long will this go? Do you have any sense of that legally? Are we talking about this a few weeks from now of ballots still being counted?
My guess is that it'll be days and that the votes will probably get certified this week. The lawsuits may continue, but the judges will be in a hurry to put them to rest.
And you think that'll happen this week, right?
It's a good guess.
I'm putting you on the spot. No, maybe not. All right.